What happens when a single heartbreak, a 3-minute pop ballad, and a suspected celebrity love triangle generate a multi-year media obsession that dominates the global music charts? Today, the entertainment industry and digital media platforms are processing a major, definitive development regarding one of the most heavily analyzed pop culture narratives of the modern era. For years, music journalists, public relations experts, and millions of fans across social media platforms have dissected every lyric, music video, and award show seating chart to find evidence of an ongoing dispute between two of pop music's biggest forces. Now, an official, on-the-record declaration has shifted the entire dynamic of this long-standing public narrative, challenging years of intense fan theories and media speculation. The reality behind their public and private interactions raises fascinating questions about how the music industry handles female talent, how public narratives are constructed by digital audiences, and how these artists navigated immense professional pressure while still in their formative years. Welcome to Vibe Viral News, your authoritative source for deeply analyzed, verified, and legally precise updates from the world of entertainment, celebrity culture, and pop media. If you are looking for an objective breakdown of the biggest headlines without the exaggerated gossip or emotional sensationalism, you are in the exact right space. Before we dive into the complete structural breakdown of this high-profile industry relationship, the history of the musical releases involved, and the official statements that have redefined the narrative, please take a moment to click that like button, subscribe to Vibe Viral News, and turn on all notifications. By joining the Vibe Viral News community, you ensure that you never miss an essential, fact-checked analysis of the cultural milestones everyone is discussing. The foundation of this narrative completely shifted following the publication of an extensive, exclusive interview with Grammy-winning singer-songwriter Olivia Rodrigo, published by British Vogue. In the interview, Rodrigo explicitly addressed her current perspective regarding fellow pop artist Sabrina Carpenter, providing a clear and neutral public stance that directly counters years of media-driven conflict theories. When questioned about her contemporary view of Carpenter, Rodrigo stated unequivocally that she thinks Carpenter is great. She further elaborated on her stance by expressing genuine happiness for Carpenter's massive commercial and critical success, explicitly noting her appreciation for the musical projects Carpenter has released into the marketplace. To understand why this brief statement carries such significant weight within the entertainment ecosystem, it is necessary to examine the precise chronology of the musical and media events that initially gave rise to the public speculation. The narrative originally intensified following the massive commercial release of Rodrigo's debut breakout single, Driver's License. Upon the track's release, millions of listeners and social media commentators began parsing the lyrics, formulating a widespread theory that the song detailed a painful breakup involving Rodrigo and her former co-star, Joshua Bassett. A central element of the fan-generated theory was that Bassett had reportedly entered into a subsequent relationship with Sabrina Carpenter, a narrative element fueled by Rodrigo's lyrical reference to a blonde girl who was older than her. The public speculation reached a peak when Carpenter subsequently released her own commercial track titled Skin. Music critics and digital audiences quickly highlighted specific lines within the song, most notably the lyric stating that perhaps blonde was the only rhyme available. Across platforms like TikTok, X, and various entertainment blogs, fans theorized that the track served as a direct, calculated response to the narrative established in Rodrigo's single. This sequence of musical releases created a self-sustaining media cycle, wherein both artists were continuously framed by commentators as opposing figures within an intense celebrity love triangle. However, subsequent verified statements from the individuals involved paint a vastly different, more professional picture of the situation. In an interview published by Rolling Stone, Carpenter directly addressed the intense speculation surrounding the lyrics of Skin and the era as a whole. Carpenter clarified that she did not intentionally construct the song as a targeted attack or an intentional escalation of a public dispute. She reflected that her primary focus during that period of intense public scrutiny was maintaining her commitment to her creative career, stating that the public discourse was not going to prevent her from pursuing what she loved. In her reflection on that specific era of her professional life, Carpenter emphasized the importance of resilience and relying on her internal instincts. She noted that the experience taught her to trust herself, to believe that professional and personal events unfold precisely as they are intended to, and to understand that relationships are brought into an individual's life for specific structural reasons, even if those reasons are not immediately apparent in the moment. The statement highlighted a focus on personal growth, rather than an investment in an ongoing personal feud. Joshua Bassett also actively attempted to redirect the public and media focus away from interpersonal relationships and back toward professional merit. In an interview with GQ, Bassett addressed the persistent media inquiries regarding Carpenter and Rodrigo by questioning the structural validity of the line of questioning itself. He publicly advocated for a shift in perspective, asking the media and general public why the primary focus was not placed on the women for their individual identities, artistic talents, and creative output. Bassett emphasized that the discourse should center on the exceptional quality of the art these female musicians were independently manufacturing, rather than reducing their public identities to their perceived relationships with a male peer. Despite the persistent efforts of digital subcultures to maintain the narrative of an ongoing rivalry, verified real-world interactions between Rodrigo and Carpenter over the years have consistently demonstrated a mutual professional respect. The two artists have attended numerous high-profile industry events together without incident. A major verified milestone occurred during a major awards ceremony, where eyewitnesses and media photographers documented the two women sharing a warm public hug. This interaction took place on the same evening that Carpenter achieved major career milestones, securing prestigious awards for Best Pop Vocal Album for her acclaimed record Short and Sweet, as well as Best Pop Solo Performance for her global hit single Espresso. The documented interaction provided clear visual evidence that challenged the prevailing internet theories of active hostility. In her recent profile, Rodrigo also provided significant contextual insight into her psychological and emotional state during the initial period of her global breakthrough, reminding audiences of the stark reality of navigating massive international fame during adolescence. Reflecting on her teenage years from her current vantage point as a 23-year-old woman, Rodrigo admitted to experiencing a profound shift in perspective when interacting with teenagers in the contemporary landscape. She noted that when she encounters 17 or 18-year-olds today, she perceives them as incredibly young, which causes her to reflect with a degree of disbelief on the level of public scrutiny and harshness directed toward her when she was that exact same age. Rodrigo detailed the immense personal and professional administrative burden she was carrying simultaneously during her high school years. She noted that while she was navigating a highly publicized personal breakup, she was also maintaining a demanding full-time career in the entertainment industry, writing and recording her critically acclaimed debut studio album Sour, attending high school as a standard student, and managing the rigorous academic workload of 3 advanced placement classes. Looking back at that uniquely intense chapter of her life, Rodrigo shared the perspective that, in her estimation, her daily life will likely never be as functionally difficult or overwhelming as it was during her 17th year. This reflection underscores the reality that what the public consumed as mere entertainment gossip was, for the individual involved, a highly demanding period of real-world labor and personal development. From a media literacy and legal perspective, the evolution of the narrative surrounding Rodrigo and Carpenter serves as a prime case study in how modern digital audiences construct elaborate interpersonal conflicts out of creative choices. The entertainment industry has a long, documented history of framing successful female artists as automatic rivals, a structural tendency that modern legal and public relations teams must constantly navigate. When fans analyze lyrics and attribute specific malicious intent or personal targets without explicit confirmation from the authors, it creates an environment where rumor is frequently treated as verified fact. In the case of Rodrigo and Carpenter, neither artist ever filed legal complaints, issued formal accusations of misconduct, or verified the specific identities behind their emotional lyrics. Instead, both individuals utilize their respective musical platforms to process standard human experiences, such as heartbreak, resilience, and personal maturity, which were then amplified by algorithms and fan communities hungry for narrative drama. The recent statements by Rodrigo serve to officially dismantle the structural foundation of that assumed rivalry, reframing the discourse around mutual professional admiration and shared industry success. As both artists continue to advance their respective careers, expanding their global touring footprints and releasing highly successful commercial bodies of work, the industry trends indicate that their identities are successfully separating from the historical gossip of their early careers. The public reception of Rodrigo's commentary has been largely positive, with media analysts noting that it reflects a mature, calculated approach to handling long-standing media tropes. By publicly validating Carpenter's success and expressing genuine appreciation for her musical output, Rodrigo has effectively controlled the narrative, shifting the media focus back to creative output and away from interpersonal speculation.
Thank you for tuning in to this extensive pop culture and industry analysis on Vibe Viral News. Our objective is to continuously provide our audience with clear, factual, and legally grounded reporting on the major developments defining the modern entertainment landscape. What are your analytical thoughts on how the media handled the early careers of these pop stars? And how do you view the impact of Rodrigo's recent commentary on digital fan culture? We highly encourage you to participate in a professional conversation by leaving your insights in the comment section below. Before you depart, please ensure that you have given this video a like, subscribe to the Vibe Viral News channel, and shared this broadcast with others who appreciate objective, high-quality entertainment journalism. Stay informed, stay objective, and we look forward to presenting our next verified media breakdown right here on Vibe Viral News.